Wish we had more time to spare. Want you around me like air. Can get my feelings involved. And then you not.
Nobody understands how those pyramids were built. These are the people that had that knowledge. The Eye of Horus, the pyramid, those are artifacts and things from black culture. They represent certain things of our people from ancient black history of Egypt. You know what I mean? Ancient Egypt. You got these group of people. They break into the tombs, they steal the riches, like the gold and the mummies, and they rape and pillage our culture. Here, they got you thinking your own people and your own artifacts and your own symbolism is evil. And we are given free will to do what we want with that power. You could use that power for good, and then you could use that power for evil too. But there's only one power. So when people say the God and the devil, no, there's only one. But you could use that force for bad. That's what these people are playing with. They're playing with that energy that exists out here that we all have access to.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's Zam Yusufisha? Girl, the goddess, and I'm back. Ooh, with another one. With another one.
Go, girl.
Alright, y'all, so today's video is going to be about what is spirituality? Like, what does that really mean? Like, what is that? Because I get the feeling that a lot, well, not a lot, because it's only a few of y'all watching so far, but a few people that have watched my videos seem to be kind of confused as to what, as to some of the things that I see on this channel, on some of my videos. They seem to be, like, it's like they understand, but then at some point, some things that I say confuse them. It's like, wait, is it this or is it that? So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Like, what does that really mean? But first, before we get into the video, though, I'm going to need you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You hear me? Alright, so... Oh, and you're more than welcome to think that anything I say on this channel is a bunch of tomfoolery. You're more than welcome to think that I am crazy. You're more than welcome to think that I am a lunatic that needs psychiatric help. I make these videos for people who may be on the same path as me and need some help along the way. And I'm just giving my experience and things that I've learned that solidified this path for me, okay, and what made this real for me. All right, this channel is all about freedom of thought. So if you think that Sasquatch, Bigfoot, and whoever and whatever is real, this is the channel for you. Okay, I welcome everybody. Whatever you think is valid and whatever you believe is valid in your world, okay? Alright, so let's get into the video. Alright, y'all, so what is spirituality? Like, what does that really mean? Alright, so I explained in several videos prior that the source from which we all came took parts of itself and created everything else. So in this video, I'm going to go deeper and elaborate on what that really is, all right, what that really means. So before there was any type of existence, right, there was nothing. It was just the universe or whatever. It was just nothing, darkness, you know, yeah, just nothingness. I don't know what else to say it. What else to call it? The universe had no form. It was just darkness. The first thing to come into existence was a point, all right? And this point occupied no space or dimensions. Scientists and the ancient Egyptians called this point spirit, okay? They called this point spirit, and the spirit was a circle. Okay, so when you go into the Bible and you read I think it's Genesis, and you read the story of creation, it says, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light. So that is equivalent to that part of the Bible, the beginning of the Bible. So the first thing Spirit does is become conscious or aware of what it is and what's around it. The ancient Egyptians believed that this was the spark of all creation, okay? And this point was in the middle of a void, darkness, of nothingness, and all Spirit could do was move. So it will move to the edge of its point. So when I say the point is a circle, and then it'll move to the edge of its point, creating another circle. All right? And then it did that, and once it got to the sixth circle, it was a complete pattern. And they called this pattern the seed of life. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. All right. So this is how the heavens and the earth was created. Now now in saying that is how Spirit kept expanding itself. That's the point that I wanted to like elaborate on, or like, you know, focus on, right? That's the part I want to focus on, since I said God, the source, took parts of itself and created everything else. So how it was expanding and creating circles and expanding, and each circle, each time it moved, it was expanding its consciousness, okay? It was expanding its awareness of what it is and what this is, and creating, and kept on creating and kept on creating patterns, okay? They call this sacred geometry. So if you guys want to go into detail, like have scientists explain this to you, because I am not no scientist, but if you want to have scientists explain this to you, you can just research sacred geometry, and they'll dive deep and you can get a better understanding, okay? So this circle kept on, so Spirit kept on creating circles, and once it got to the 19th circle, it's called the flower of life. So this flower of life is how life was created. So you had the heavens, you had the earth, and that was the seed of life. Then 19 circles created the flower of life. So that's when you start creating the plants, and then the animals, and then so Spirit just kept on expanding its circles, creating circles at the edge of each point, never ending, you know what I mean? Never ending. Then it turned into Metatron's cube, and you know, all of that. Y'all just research sacred geometry if y'all want to go in deeper in detail, so that y'all can get a better understanding. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean by the source created everything from taking parts of itself. That's what I meant. That's what I mean. So not only are you an extension of that source, you have the ability to do what it does. That's why human beings create. Human beings have the ability to expand consciousness, to create things beyond, you know what I'm saying, beyond what we could ever fathom. You know what I mean? Like back in ancient times, they had all this knowledge. Well, ancient Egypt had all this knowledge. They knew, but somehow, somewhere in history, we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know, and now we're rediscovering it. I will go further into detail on why we don't know, but I'll save that for another video. So basically, that's what I mean. So it's also, spirituality is also believing in the unseen realm. Okay, I'm gonna say the unseen. That's what I'm gonna say, the unseen realm. Okay, the spiritual realm, where the realm that we cannot see with our human eyes in the 3D, but it exists, and that realm plays a big part in this 3D realm as well. Okay, so spirituality to me is basically acknowledging what this is, how it works, and what we are, and mastering it. Now, the ancient Egyptians figured all of these things out through studying themselves and studying the earth and the planet, and studying the universe, the space, the galaxies, studying the stars, the sun, the planets. This is how they found out what source is, what God is. Okay, this is how they found out. So when I said in previous videos that they figured it out through themselves, this is what I meant. So when you study all of these different subjects of science, because there's physics, there's what else they got? Environmental science, which is, and biology. They got biology. You know what I'm saying? They got all these different types of science. And when you study science, science means the study of life. What created life as we know it? God, right? That's what we know, who we think is, who we've been taught is the creator of life, right? So to know God is to know self. Study means to get to know self. So knowing self, knowledge of self is knowledge of God. So when I say I don't believe that, when I say I don't believe in anybody being anybody's savior, that's what I mean. The creator is within us. We are not separate from it. We are not separate from it at all. All right. So now let's get into the secrets and the laws of the universe. Okay. So the secret and the laws of the universe, as I played in the beginning, the video that I played in the beginning of the video, is saying that you have the power, the power of the secrets of the universe, law of attraction, can be used in any way. All right, in any way. Now, it was never meant, like I said at the beginning of times, it was never meant to be used negatively. But as human beings with egos, somewhere in history, things transpired, and people started to, let greed and jealousy and all of those types of things take them over. And so people start to use this power for not so good. Okay, so in the last video I made, I say manifestation, aka black magic, aka curses, hell,
Girl, what?
So when I say that, I mean that everything is a manifestation. Manifestation is creating something that you want to come into fruition in your life. Okay? But there are people that use that to create things, negative things in other people's lives. And that's also a manifestation. So in one of my previous videos, I told y'all how I manifested $10,000. I manifested $10,000 using the law of attraction. Like attracts like. Everything is energy. Okay? What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. And what you imagine, you create. Because everything is energy. And these are the laws of the universe.
Every time we think, every thought that we create in our head actually leaves our head as a wave of light. We know this because we can put a cap on someone's head with electrodes on it to pick up those waves of light and send them to a computer so we can analyze the brain. When you think about something, that information goes out eternally into space-time as a wave. If you're a distant civilization, you could pick up that radio frequency and you could actually decode it. So we know that thinking is important because it directly affects everything around us. Other people, other things, believe it or not, can quantum entangle with those waves of light and download the information that you were thinking.
So there are people, scientists are still trying to figure out how the Egyptians built the pyramids. How the Egyptians built the pyramids, and all they did was, okay, so a lot of y'all might not believe in this, but they manifested the pyramids. Okay, so this stone, this whatever material, stone or whatever, is too heavy, so they write down spells, which I told y'all, a spell is nothing but a prayer. Okay, it's nothing but radiating the frequencies of what you want to come into fruition out into the universe, and it comes back to you. Why? Because this is you are magnetic fields. We are the human consciousness, the human aura, the human spirit, the human soul is an electromagnetic field. Y'all know I say that in every single video, all right? So whatever energy you radiating is what you're gonna attract into your life. Whatever frequency you are, you're only gonna attract things, people that are on that same frequency, like a magnet. Okay, so all they did was say, this is too heavy, put this, I don't know exactly how they said it and what they did, but they wrote down spells. Now when I told y'all spells, or they said spells, or they said affirmations, or they said chants and said prayers to build these pyramids. Now I know that sounds crazy. To us in this 3D reality, because we were just told that we were taught that everything is physical. We were not taught about multi-dimensions and that we're multi-dimensional beings and the secrets and the laws of the universe. But guess what? Ancient societies, all of them knew about it. There are Buddhist monks who can levitate, I've watched, there are brujas. I don't know if y'all know who Jadena is, the rapper. He's the guy that made Classic Man. You mean me if you look this clean, I'm a classic man. Alright, so basically he said in interviews that he have seen brujas and other I don't know what they call them in other cultures, but he said that in Africa and in Mexico and all those places specifically that he had visited, said that he watched people move things. He watched a woman move something with her mind, literally. And then I watched videos of Buddhist monks, and there are people who tell their stories and tell their experiences about going to India and going to that part of Asia where monks and Buddhism and all of those things are prominent, and they say they watch them levitate, literally levitate up off the ground, just by using their mind and using their energy, So it is very much so real. Then there's astral projection. Now, astral projection is something that I actually experienced, well, I almost experienced. So astral projection is when you have an outer body experience. It's when your soul can leave your body. And I've talked to one of the dudes, a guy that I talk about on this channel in previous videos. I was talking to him, and he said that he have had that experience. Then I started watching YouTube videos of people talking about their experience, how they had those experiences. Then I met this girl at this, she did like a womb healing, it was like a womb healing circle where she wanted to get women together to help heal our wombs and things like that. And it was real cool. And she said she had an outer body experience. So when I started to and then when I was working at the food stamp office, there was this woman in there for food stamps said that she has had outer body experiences. And not only did she have outer body experiences, she would do it every night. She said she don't really sleep. And then I looked up, and when I was looking up things about about astral projection, everybody's stories are so completely similar. A dude that I was talking to when I was in North Carolina, same thing. He had an outer body experience. And everybody said the same thing. They said that they came up out of their bodies and they were like over their bodies. They're looking at their bodies. So some people wander, some people go, and you're able to go wherever you want to. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. So all of these things are real. It's real, okay? I almost experienced astral projection, but I got scared. When I felt myself coming up, lifting up, I got scared and I went right back into my body. But I felt all the things. I know that was what it was, because I felt all the things that everybody said that they felt before it happened. And I experienced the same things that they said they experienced during the process of leaving your body. But I just got too scared and got right back into my body. But anyways, so all of these things are real. Everything is energy. So you can literally move things and manipulate things and do whatever you choose, just like the Creator did. You know what I mean? Just like the Creator does, because we are extensions of the Creator. The Creator is not separate from us. All we're doing is basically expanding consciousness, expanding consciousness, just like the Creator did in the beginning. So, like I say, a spell is when you write words down, you spell them. Okay, so the ancestors called it a spell. See, we were manipulated, which is also energy manipulation, manifestation, into thinking that spells are something that's bad, that's only affiliated with the devil worshiping, and things like that. Because when you think of spell, what you think of? Halloween, hocus pocus, You know what I mean? Like the wicked witch of the West. Things like that, because that is what we have been programmed. So basically manifestation is just programming, manipulating. So when you want to manifest something for yourself, you're basically manipulating your own energy to align with whatever it is that you want to attract. So that's why I call it. So that's why in the last video I made about Willie Lynch, I said energy manipulation. So manifestation is energy manipulation. Curses, spells, hexes are just energy manipulation. Okay, so even when you're trying to manifest, when people do negative things with manifestation, when you're trying to manifest something negative in somebody else's life because you're jealous of them or whatever the case may be, you are manipulating someone else's energy. You are using the laws of attraction to manipulate somebody else's energy into doing what you want them to do. And that is taking away somebody's free will. And that is why I say I'm gonna stop calling it black magic, but I'm gonna start calling it negative energy manipulation. Okay? Manifestation is just energy manipulation. That's it. And you can use the laws of attraction for good or bad. But just know that what you manifest for somebody else is what's also going to happen to you, because that is what you are putting out into the universe. Now let's take a look at a clip of a scene in Magnificent where she puts a curse or spell on the princess.
All of you. The princess shall indeed grow in grace and beauty, beloved by all who meet her. That's a lot. But before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she will prick her finger on the spindle of the spinning wheel and fall into a sleep like death. A sleep from which she will never awaken. All right. The princess can be woken from her death sleep, but only by true love's kiss. This curse will last to the end of time. No power on earth.
Now let's take a look at a clip of the Know For Sure podcast where Miss Tabitha Brown tells her prayer that she gave for the mass shooting.
This morning, my prayer was for the people in the government who can make a change, for them to feel pain, for them to feel anxiety, for them to have restless nights, for them to cry out of nowhere, for them not to be able to eat, for them to feel affected even though they were not.
They weren't.
That was my prayer. Because it seems as though in order for them to want something to change, they have to be directly affected.
Wow.
So my prayer is that they feel affected. And then after all of that, and change begins to happen, which is my prayer, I pray that God has mercy on them.
So now that we took a look at both clips, is there really a difference in the way that both of them presented their intentions? The only difference was Miss Tabitha's intentions was healing and Magnificent's intentions was destructive. And that is the power of the universe. So you choose your side. So now I want to explain the universe, why I call it the universe. Now let's take a look at the definition of universe. It says the universe is all existing matter and space considered as a whole, the cosmos. The universe is believed to be at least 10 billion light years in diameter and contains a vast number of galaxies. It has been expanding since its creation in the Big Bang about 13 billion years ago. And then let's look up the definition of the heavens. A place regarded in various religions as the abode of God, or the gods and the angels and the good after death, often traditionally depicted as being above the sky. So what's above the skies? The cosmos, right? All right, so saying the universe to me is acknowledging the all, because everything plays a role in co-creating reality. Okay? Co-creating reality. And you, as a human being, are co-creating with the universe, with the all, to create your reality, whether you're aware of it or not. So always be mindful of what you're thinking. Always be mindful of your intentions. Always be mindful of, just be mindful of everything, because what you think, what you say, what you do, all of that determines what you attract into your life. All right, and that's all I have for y'all today. That is what spirituality is to me, and I hope y'all have a good one.